Welcome again to Wisdom Technology. So today we're going to be talking about tax 8 is uppercase, how to convert um, from a small letter to a capital letter. Just a bit easy. I'm not sure it's going to take much, right? So we're talking about tax 8. So we are going to see some stuff there. Then we go ahead to start solving, looking for solution to any of the issues we encountered there. So without wasting much time, we're gonna go ahead and start going through some stuff ourselves and see what we can do. So to uppercase, so write a function that prints a string in uppercase. So that means even if we provide a small letter, it's going to convert it to a capital letter. And actually, I think in this case there should be okay. I'm not sure there's going to be any problem there, but actually it's going to print some stuff on the screen. So uh, we are printing, for instance, we provide a small letter into a parameter, then when it's printing out, it's going to print out in capital letters, or if it's already in capital letters, it's going to leave it like that. So we are asked to use prototype called, oh sorry, inside we asked to create a prototype. Then inside the prototype we provide a function. So we are going to define a function called uppercase. Then it's going to contain a parameter called str, which stands for string. And you can only use no more than or two print functions. So we are only permitted to use two print functions with string formats. You can only use one loop in your code. You're also permitted to use only a single loop in our code. So just one for loop, and that's all. You're not allowed to import any models, so we are not importing any models. You're not allowed to make use of string str.upper. Str is upper, and that's so it. And we should make use of ord, which we have discussed previously. You don't need to understand. Actually, I've explained that in tax 7. So this was a sample given to us used to test our code, and we are going to do that right away without wasting our time. So the first thing is, in our we have our ALX higher level programming repository. Then we have our 0x01 Python if else loops function. Then again we have our file 8 uppercase.py, 8-uppercase.py. So that's what we're going to be doing right away. So that's our function is going to be in this 8-uppercase. Then where to test our code is going to be the 8-main.py, which is here. So let's see how it goes. The first thing we're going to be here is I'd like to do some stuff. Okay, so I'm going to clear this. Okay. So sorry, like that. So let me navigate to where I'm working actually. SK desktop, then CD 0x01 like that. Then that is all. So we are going to go ahead and start our function. So the first thing, I'm going to create a file. So the name of the file is going to be 8. Let me push this up. 8, then a dash. Then after 8 dash, we're going to have something like upper case py, like that. So insert mode, then we start inserting some stuff. SUSR slash BIN slash PYTH or N3, like that, and that's fine. So after that, the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to start with our function. So I'm going to define the function def. Okay, after def, then the name of the function uppercase. Then it's going to take a parameter called str, which is string. So make that uppercase str. Good. So the function that accepts a parameter called string. Actually, str is a built-in object in Python, but actually we are using it here, so it won't consider it as an object, so we can make use of it. Actually, we can use something else. So we go ahead to write a loop that is going to loop over each string that is provided function. I tell you that whatever you see in the parameter can be anything. It can be A, it can be B, it can be C, it can be how are you, it can be best, as much a lot of stuff there. So it can be anything. As far as it is a parameter, you can provide whatsoever information, and the function is going to make use of those information to give you the particular results you are looking for. So now I'm going to be looping through each stuff there. In str, like that. So I've substituted C for str. Is it str or str? So now I'm looping through each information that is given to me there. So now that I am looping through it, now if I loop through each information, I want to give a condition for each information. So I'm going to put an if statement. If C, so C is now representing the string we have here, the str string we have. So if C is greater than equals to capital, that is A. So let me use ORD. So is greater than equals to, then the value I'm going to provide small letter A, which stands for 97, and C is less than equals to ORD. No, it's going to be less because Z is the last stuff there. So it's going to be less. So it's less than what we have as Z. Then let the following things happen. And what I want to happen, I want you to reset that C. So I want you to reset C to a calculator. So now I'm going to explain that right away. So I want to reset C. So if this is whatever we have here is 97. So from 97, which is small letter a, to where we have our capital letter. So let's see to see how that works. So I'm going to open this ASCII table. So you are going to see how we get the answers, or how we can manipulate from a small letter to a capital. Now look, this is our table. So take a note of this. This is what we are using, whatever you see here and whatever you see here. So we are making use of the blue here and the teal color here. So these two. This red is not part of it. Whatever you see red is not part of it. Look at, if you can take a close look at what we have here, you see we have A, which stands for what? 97. That's for a small letter a. That is for a lowercase letter a. Now, for an uppercase letter a, which is what we have here, uppercase letter a, it is what? 65. So capital this is 65. Why? The other one is what? Is 97. So you can see the difference, right? So if from here to here is the difference, B2 from here to here want to also get the difference too, which is 66. Let's see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 97 minus 65 and see what is going to give us. 97 minus 65 to see what is going to give us. Sorry. I'm trying to bring out my calculator out. So I'll get rid of this. So I'm going to 97 minus 65. So you can see 97 minus 65 is giving us what? 32. That is for A. Now let's see for B. Let's see B and see what we are going to get. Whether we're still going to have 32 as our answer or as our output. So that is the difference. So it's from the difference we have from A to B that we'll be able to convert them to the capital letter. It's just a simple logic. So let's come to place and see. Now B is what? Small letter B is what? Small letter B is 98. Why? Capital letter B is 66. So 98 minus 66. 66. So let's say 98 minus 66. 98 minus 66. You see, it still gives us 32. So it's just a difference of 32. Now we can go back to where we are working. Whatever the value the person will provide. So let me put an order sign, ORD. So we don't know whatever he's going to provide, but we are just assuming he might provide a small letter. So whatever he's going to provide, then we want it to be reset. So instead of putting that, let me remove it and put C in there. We want to subtract it by what? 32, just like this. So whatever the person is going to write, we want to subtract it by 32. So actually, you know that RD is going to return a number to us, the ASCII number. That is what is going to be returned to us. So, but we want a capital letter in case this condition here is true. We want it to be C to be reset to, and it's a very different number. So because of it, whatever we are going to see here is going to be in number. So we are going to see number start to be printed out, but we don't want that to happen. So how can we avoid that? So to be able to avoid that is whatever number that is going to be divided here, we want to convert it back to a character. And how can we do that? Is by adding the CHR, then you put your open bracket and you close your bracket at this other place, and that is it. So you can see what is going on. So that is what we're going to have there. Now let us print some stuff and see how it's going to look like. So let it print the stuff out. So I'm going to put this inside, then add my dot, then I'm going to add something like format, to format my string. So I'm going to put C inside there. So that is it. So actually, in this particular environment, I would love to test my function and see how it works. In this, I don't want to take it somewhere else. So when we are done, I can take it somewhere else. But let me test it here. So for instance, I have this. So let me try printing that out and see what we are going to get. So ABC, just like this. So I'm going to escape that. So in case maybe we encounter any error, so let me change the mode, CHMOD U plus X, like that. So let me try to run it. Okay, so I think we have bunches of error. We are going to be rectified right away. So let's see. ORD type error not supported between the instance of str and int. So I think what we provide there was this thing. So they were comparing between string and an integer. So we cannot do that. So I need to go and convert that back. What information we have, we need to convert it to a character, or sorry, a number. So I am going to go in set mode, then change ORD, open that bracket and close. I'm also going to do the same thing here. ORD, okay, let me correct this, not 0. ORD, and I'm going to close it here because I'm literally comparing a string with an integer, so I need to correct that right away. So I am going to write that and run it again. So you can see we have capital letter ABC printed on the screen. But I have an issue here because they are creating a new line. Instead of them to be on one line, new lines are created. So me to avoid new lines, you know what we actually there. So to avoid new lines, I am going to go in there and add the n stop there. So just come over this place, insert, then add a comma, then end and equals to, like that. Sorry, I don't want any space, so just like that. So for that, no, actually this will remove all the space, and this is also going to affect our terminal. So what we are going to do is we are still going to print a new line. So print on its own comes with a new line. So I'll just drop this like this, so we'll get rid of that. So I'm going to run that again. Okay, I think we are still having the same issue. So let me see. Okay, I think I need to take this back after the loop is done running. After the loop is done running, we want a new line to be printed. So I think that sorts the case because our indentations are a way important in this stuff. So you can see we have ABC printed, but it still affects our line, and we're only asked to use two this thing. So I'm just gonna add at least one indentation to my stuff here. So I think that should be okay. And let me see if that works. Cool. So now you can see we have ABC printed, then a new line after the loops have stopped running. So if for instance I go in my function and provide capital letter A, sorry, capital letter I, A, B, small letter C, then 5. So let me see what is going to happen to see if there is any error there. So you can see everything is in uppercase. So now when it's printing it based on this condition. You know that I provided a capital letter. So when it checks the if statement does not match, it return false. So you just go ahead to print the CI without undergoing the condition of the if statement because it returns false. So when it gets to A, so let me explain that in details. So when it gets to this first A, it checks the if statement and truly it falls under small letter, which is this if statement we put here. It needs to go and convert it, which is this small engine we just created here, convert it to capital letter and then print it out, so on until when it gets to this capital letter A, it check it does not fall under this category, and it just skip and start printing, do the printing of a thing because the condition returns false. Then after it prints a new line after everything. So that is it. So now we have successfully created the function and it works now, but we don't want to make it work in this particular location. We want to import it to a new place where we are going to run it. So I'm just going to delete this and delete this new line, so we are going to leave it this way. So I will just add wq like that. Then in this point here, I am going to create a new file. So I'm going to call it 8 then dash then main.py, just like that. I'm going to hit enter. So insert mode, then our exclamation sign slash usr, then slash what's the other one called again after the usr, bin, then slash python 3. So just like that. Then after doing that, the next thing we're going to be doing is we are going to check some stuff there. Like when I mean check some stuff, I'm referring to the idea of importing our code. So what we are importing is uppercase. So I'm just going to create a variable called uppercase. Then I'm going to equate it to this function, inbuilt function known as import function. So it's going to come with a parenthesis, because functions always come with parentheses, or you call them methods or function, whichever one. So after that, this always receive the name of the file. So the name of the file is 8 dash uppercase. That's the name of the file we are importing. Then we want to import a specific function, so I'm going to put dot. The name of the function is uppercase, just like that. So that is the name of the function we are importing from the file 8 dash uppercase. Now we can go ahead and start using those functions here. So I can just call uppercase. Now I want to take note, whatever I'm calling here is not the calling. I'm calling this one here, which is known as uppercase variable. That's what I'm calling. So I can come in here and change whatever we have here and test it. So I can put wi, capital letter S, small letter d, capital letter O, and letter M, just like that. Understand? So I will go ahead and run that and see if that works. So I'm going to change the mode of the 8 main. Sorry, mix something up. Come here, u plus x, just like that. So I'm going to run that too. And you can see wisdom is printed all in capital letters. You can see that they are all printed in capital letters. Now you can go ahead and copy whatever they have provided there for you. So I don't need this. Let's see what they have provided. Sorry. So we have best, uppercase best school, and we have uppercase best school 98 Battery Street. So we have two stuff there. So you can just go ahead and copy whatever is you see here and paste it there and start testing your code to see if it works. So best school 98. So let me just do that. So you still go ahead and play around with those codes. It's very important you do so because you use opportunity to learn. So I can even come here and put best, best, copy all in small letter. Sorry, best, like that. Then I'll copy that and I can still do other stuff like my best score. So something like this. So you can go ahead and run that too. So due to the fact that this is a function, you can run it multiple times. So you can see best, my best score, all in capital letters. So you can run this multiple times. That's very interesting and the fun part of this. So even though I call the function like 1000 times, all of them you are going to run with different approaches or different parameters that I've passed in. Now let me tell you, whatever you see here is not coming actually from your function, is coming from this variable. So if in case I change this variable to something like, I change it to, okay, sorry, let me undo that. So I change it to something like wisdom. So automatically my function will change to wisdom. So I can come here and be calling wisdom just like this. I can come here and call wisdom just like this, because automatically the variable has been converted to wisdom. The function has been converted to wisdom with this single act. You can see it still work. Best school, my best school. So we are not reading directly from the main function. We are reading from the variable. So that's why this variable is used to store a function, and when we are calling it, we are not calling this uppercase function from the main file, but we are calling this variable that has changed to a function. So hope you guys enjoy this, and please, if you have any question, drop it and smash the like button, subscribe, share to friends and family. Have a nice day.